Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this super easy mesh top. This is great for summer. This is a very simple project. You're just going to crochet 2 squares and you're going to sew them together. Hello, my name is Ragnhild. I make videos here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and also you can visit my blog for free written patterns. I'm going to leave all the links below. So now I'm going to show you how to crochet this super easy mesh top. This is perfect for summer, but you can also make it for fall. I'm just making one for summer and I'm using cotton yarn, and underneath you can wear a tank top or something. So this is made in 1 row repeat, and I'm using a 4mm crochet hook. You're gonna need scissors and a yarn needle. Today I'm using this cotton yarn. This is maybe like sports weight in the US. They recommend a 3mm crochet hook, but I'm gonna use a 4mm. 50 grams has 100 meter, and I needed about 5 skeins to finish my top, but you can get a little extra if you are, if you need a bigger top. I'm gonna make a size medium today, and to measure what size you need, you're just gonna measure how many inches you are from shoulders to shoulders. For me, it's 42 centimeters, and I made chains that are longer than that. So my starting chain that I made is about 50 centimeters, about 19 inches. So I made one that's a little oversized. So what you simply need to do, you just make a chain from shoulder to shoulder and maybe a little further than that. So I'm gonna take my yarn here and I'm gonna show you how the pattern is worked up. You're gonna start with a slip knot, and now you're gonna make a chain from shoulder to shoulder, but you're just gonna do it in a multiple of 2 plus 6 when you are done. So I'm gonna do 20 chains here just for my example, but your chain will be longer. The chain that I started with for mine was 90 plus 6 at the end. So make your chains. Now here I have 20 chains, and I'm gonna do 6 more. This is just for the first row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to go into the 6th chain from the hook, and we're going to do 1 double crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. So yarn over, insert the hook in the chain, and I like to go into this back bump of the chain just to make a little nicer edge. And then grab the yarn and pull through, and now yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 1, and now you're going to skip the next chain, go into the next one and do 1 double crochet there as well, like so. Now chain 1, skip 1 and do 1 double crochet in the next. So if you don't know how to do double crochet, just yarn over, insert the hook in the chain, grab the yarn and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Chain 1, now skip 1. So don't mind if the chain is a little stretched. It will, work itself out when you have made a few rows. So chain 1, skip 1 and do 1 double crochet in the next, and that's basically the pattern. So this is so easy. So you're gonna do this until the end of the row. Chain 1, skip 1. At the end, it's also a good idea to check your work and see if you have accidentally skipped a row, skipped the chain too much. So this is what I recommend to do actually after each row when you are crocheting something, just because it's easy to make little mistakes. So I'm just gonna continue here with the pattern. And we're gonna end with a double crochet in the last chain. So here I'm almost at the end. If you have one chain too much, you can try to undo it with a yarn needle. But here mine worked up fine, so this is how it looks. And this is what you will, I'm gonna show you the repeat row now. So chain 4 at the beginning, you will always do this at the beginning. This count as 1 double crochet plus 1 chain. And now in the next double crochet, you're gonna do a double crochet. So skip that chain 1 from last row and do 1 double crochet. Now chain 1 again. Skip the next chain and do 1 double crochet in the double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the double crochet. So repeat this until the end of the row. Now I reached the end of the row. You're gonna chain 1, and when you get to the beginning chain, you know, the 6 chains that you made in the beginning, I'm gonna skip 1, and then I'm going to the next one and gonna do 1 double crochet there as well. So here, just go there, skip 1, and 1 double crochet. So this is how it will look like. Chain 4, we're gonna repeat row 2 once again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now you're gonna turn and go into the next one. Chain 1 and 1 double crochet in the next one. So this is what you're going to repeat until you reach the desired length of your work. You can make like 2 squares, maybe a little longer. Depends on how long you want your top to be. I'm going to show you afterwards, after this row, how big mine is. So here, chain 1, skip 1, and 1 double crochet in the next one. And here I am at the end, count, skip 1, and then count 3 chains. And this is how it looks. So here is the finished panel that I made, and I made, I think, 39 rows is how long my panel is, but you have to like try it on or hold it on your shoulders and see how long you want it to be. Maybe you want a crop top or maybe a longer one. So mine is 55 centimeter or like 21 inches. And like I said, I'm a size medium. But this is what you will repeat, make 2 panels. And now I'm just going to show you if you run out of yarn and how I like to change the yarn. So here, just let's just pretend I need a new yarn. I'm just going to unravel a little bit here. or I'm gonna maybe crochet a little bit more. So here I'm making the chains and the double crochet, and then grab the new yarn. And you're going to start on your double crochet after you have made your chain one. I wouldn't want to change the yarn in the chain one. Just go into the double crochet, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yeah, like normal. Now your yarn over and pull through two like normal. And now you're going to drop the yarn and grab the new yarn and just finish the double crochet with the new yarn. Like so. And now chain one. And make this a little tight, and now you can make a double knot here, and then you're gonna weave in the ends afterwards, because I always want to weave in the ends, just not cut it off, because it's more feels more secure. And you know, you have to think you're gonna wash it, and you maybe go into the tumble dryer if you use cotton yarn, and then you don't want anything to come undone. So just make sure to weave in your ends properly, and then you're good to go. So this is how I weave in my ends. I just go back and forth through different stitches. And then when I'm done, I just cut off the yarn. I do this with both ends. It takes a little time, but I rather do this than, you know, that it unravels and then all the work is for nothing. So that's it. Remember to weave in your ends, make your 2 panels, and then I'm going to show you now how to sew them together and how to make your top fit your body. So when you have made your 2 panels, you lay them on top of each other, and I just attach them with these things. Then you have to decide how much space you want for your head, and also here how much space you want here. So I will leave that amount, and here I will give you the measurements later, but you have to like figure this out for your own body. But then I'm gonna sew these and these parts together, and we are done. So here are the measurements. On the shoulders I have about 6 inches, but like I said again, you have to like see with your own body. This is just my preferences. And here you have like 34 centimeters or 9 inches. So what I'm gonna leave for my arms, the space I'm leaving, and I'm sewing afterwards. After the 9 inches, I'm gonna sew the parts together. So I'm gonna also show you how I do that. So here I'm gonna start here on the shoulders, and I'm just gonna, I don't know how much I need here, but you're just gonna, I think I'm using way too much here, so maybe like 3 times the size as you want to weave in, you can snip off. And then just grab your tapestry needle and then go here on the edge and attach the yarn. Didn't show here exactly how to attach it, but I just weaved in back and forth, and I made a knot, and just make sure to secure it, and then I just go up and down like this through the stitches. So here go up and down through both panels like so. This is like the best method I found to do this. Didn't take so much time either, so it wasn't really such a hassle. And then also here, I'm just gonna sew here, and that's it. So when you're done, you're gonna see that it goes out a little bit. So I just gonna wear it on the other side and just gonna pull like this. So I just turn it around to make sure that the seam is on the inside, and since this pattern is reversible, it really doesn't matter. But now what we need to do is to block it, and I'm also showing you how I'm blocking it because it will look a little better. And remember, cotton is a little heavy, so if you feel that it's like too long and like with the time, you can also wash it and tumble it in the tumble dryer. Just be a little careful and check from time to time. But to block it, I just put a little water in my sink, and the water has to be like body temperature, and then I'm gonna soak the top. This is made such a big difference when I blocked it. So I think it's important step to do, and you only need to do this one time. So I just used water this time. I didn't use any detergent since it's just cotton, and but you can, you know, use a little if you want to. But anyway, let it soak for 5 to 10 minutes. And just making sure that everything is underwater. And then we're just gonna leave it like this. And I'm gonna put it to dry. And I'm also showing you how I'm doing this. You just need a big towel. So when you're done, I'm just squeezing out the water and trying to be a little careful. So like this, just go through the whole thing and get as much water out as you can. So now I have prepared the towel. I'm just going to put it on the towel, and then I'm going to lay it here flat to dry. But before, I'm going to roll it to just get rid of some more water. Takes some time before it dries. Actually, it took like more than one day before this part was dry. I'm just rolling it like this, and it will soak up some excess water. You can also leave it a little bit like this if you want to. I didn't pin it with needles this time. I just laid it flat to dry, and it worked out very well. So maybe, you know, you can also, if it's much more like on mine, you can grab another towel, because maybe this is why it took some time before mine was completely dry. But this is how you do it. So this is how the end result looks. I hope that you are happy with yours too. I will see you the next time. Goodbye.